and I hope that he felt the love that we give back to him, because he was so very highly thought of.
Well, yeah, he definitely felt the love, and because I mean, even like to this day, like people would come up to him and be like, "Oh man, that Duke's, man, I wish you'd have something like you talking about a cheeseburger, or like people with barbecue." And Dad would open it back up, like if he could, and like he would have. I mean, that was like during the recession,
right?
In like 07, 08.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there was a lot of factors went in, but yeah,
sure.
It hurt him, but it was a lot of work too.
Yeah.
So.
If he could have, you're saying if he could have been able to do it for the community, he would have done it.
Absolutely. Oh, I mean, he loved like cooking and just providing meals and smiles to people's faces. And but I mean, it was a lot of work for him. So he probably gained a few gray hairs during that time period. But all his kids wish that. I mean, we're thankful to have that. That's why I got my work ethic, is working in him. I mean, you know, I'm the owner's son, but I got put on the dish tank as my first job, so it's not like I got handed the spatula. So.
That's what I'm saying. Greg was a very kind and loving guy, but he ruled you guys with a very firm hand. Well, I enjoyed hanging out with Tyler the other night. Glad he could come over. And he said, "Well, I let him hang out with you as long as he makes good grades. But he's got to keep his grades up if he wants to go hanging out." And that was how it was. You knew that he loved you all, but he ruled with a very firm hand, and he was not playing. If you stepped out of that line, he was not playing. So.
Yeah, and it definitely. But now, like, you could see, like, when he became a pawpaw, a grandparent. I mean, those kids could smack them right in the nose and kiss them on the forehead. But
forget it. Yeah, they could burn the house down, and he'd say, "It's all right. I needed a new one anyway."
Yeah.
Now, he has 4 grandchildren?
Yes. So, my sister Megan has Cameron and Declan, and then Jordan has Caden and Kylie.
Right.
They're all cute as can be.
Yes, they are. Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's your turn now. It's your turn now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell people I got a few applications out there, but
yeah. Well, why? If White's gonna pop the question, it's up to him. So.
Well, I'm just speaking that into the existence. He hasn't mentioned anything, but his girlfriend, I tell people that's my sister-in-law. She's been around long enough.
Yeah.
So.
And you know what? He's got to be smart like us. If he finds the right one, he's got to grab her and run with her.
That's right. You're right on that.
We ain't none of us getting any younger, you know.
That's true.
So, but no, I like to aggravate White, because I would say when I'd see him, I'd say he's talking about all his nieces and nephews, and I'm like, "It's gonna be your turn, White. You gonna have to." He said, "Don't put that on me, Zach." I said, "You never know what you know. God works these things out. Not anybody else. You never know what's going on. Just don't put that on me, man. I can't just get it." So I love aggravating him, making him squirm a little bit.
So, yeah.
So anyway, but I mean, all of you guys are beautiful, beautiful people. I love you all very much. I hope that you feel my support. I wish there was more that I could have done. I wish I could have made it to the funeral. But more importantly, I was there when I was there for his life, and I think that is much more important, much more fulfilling for everybody. What's your favorite thing that he cooked?
Oh gosh. Well, when he had Duke's barbecue, first of all, Zach, we love you very much. We're very appreciative, and this and everything you do is like, it's more than simple. Sorry for your loss, it would have been adequate, but I mean, you've done above and beyond. But
I only do above and beyond for the people who deserve it, and your dad deserved it. So there you go.
Well, we thank you a bunch. But Dad, like you said a few times, Dad can cook. But my favorite thing when he had Dukes, I don't know if it was like on the menu, I can't remember, but it was a Philly cheesesteak, and how he cooked it, and he had like that buttermilk ranch, and at one point he had milkshakes, and I ate that with the strawberry milkshake. As good as that sounds, I don't know.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But no, like a couple months ago, he made cabbage casserole. That's the first I've ever had it, and that was good. I mean, as you said, you was a moron. Well, we're cabbage heads.
Yeah, all cabbage heads. Yep.
That's so. We definitely get cabbage runs through our veins, but that was good. I mean, he could just whip it up. He just see something like TikTok when that became a thing. He'd see that and we'll make stuff. Or I mean, he threw it down.
He was even cooking a couple of months ago. That's amazing.
Oh yeah, I mean, and like cooking the whole dinner, like everything, and I mean it all happened quickly. But yeah, he's still cooking. I mean, we a week before, or I don't know, like I think it was like the week before he passed away. He came outside down at the building and smoked a pork loin with me.
Oh, good.
Like, tell me how to do it, like, because I haven't really, like, I've watched him do it and help him, but I've never like done it.
That's what I was going to ask you. That's what I was going to ask you. Can you cook?
I'm nowhere on his level at all, and even Cheryl. I mean, Cheryl can throw it down too.
Can she?
But yeah. So when they got together cooking, I mean, we everybody's eating good that night. But
right.
But yeah, I've worked. I mean, heck, Duke's Barbecue was my first job, so I mean, I started at the dish tank, and then went to like making French fries, and then I went to like assembling the little plates, and then I went on the grill. So and then I worked in other restaurants. So I think I can cook a few dishes. I mean, I don't know if I can make the barbecue like he does. I mean, there's one kind on that, but at some point I'm definitely going to attempt to.
But when he was like out there showing you how to smoke the meat, are you like, this is a moment, I better absorb every second of this, because he's giving me, because he didn't give out his recipes, because I asked him, I said, what do you do to make these cheeseburgers so good? He said, I ain't going to tell you. It's secret recipe. I ain't gonna tell you. I ain't gonna, and he wouldn't tell me for the article, and he said, I ain't gonna tell you where I got my recipes from.
Yeah.
And he kept it.
So like, I mean, the recipe is taken care of.
Yeah.
But like, as in like smoking the meat, like I did do that some at Duke's, but I mean that was long ago, and I haven't really smoked that kind of big old pork butt since.
Right.
But no, I mean, I grew up around it, so like I unknowingly learned stuff. I wasn't. I mean, there's a lot of things I wish I soaked up, like you just said. Like,
right.
This is going to be a memory to me. But no, there was time like when I was still living at home, and Dukes was going, and he was, you had to smoke meat every night, and
yes,
we'd be outside, and he'd be looking at stars and tell me a family thing about stars he used to say, and then look over at me because the smoke was all over her face. He's like, you smell that? I'm like, yeah, it smells good. He's like, that smells like mud. And just giggle. I'm like, he just was a good time. It was a very good time.
Yeah. And you inherited that from him.
I hope so.
Because you are always a good time. It's like you are somebody that I've always liked. Aspired to hang out with, like if I would see you, like when you have been my faithful mailman on occasions. We need to get you back on my route, by the way. I'm gonna put a.
It'll be Wednesday. I'll be your mailman Wednesday.
All right, I'll be looking for you. All right. I'll be out there waiting on you if I know you're coming.
All right, that works.
But since every time you come to the house, like I need to make an effort to hang out more with him. Like we need to get over here and play some cards and catch up or something. So hopefully in 2024 we can do a little more of that.
Absolutely.
Because we have, you've given me a lot of great memories, I guess is what I want to say to that.
Well, absolutely.
So, and I hope we're not done. So his grandchildren. Now, how old are the grandchildren?
Oh man! All right, let's see. I think Cameron is the oldest at 6.
Okay.
Now, don't quote any of this. I'm just the uncle.
No, that's good.
So Cameron's 6. Caden is 2.
Mm-hmm.
Declan is 2. Like Caden's about to be 3. Declan just turned 2 on Thanksgiving, actually, and then Kylie will be 1, I think, in February as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Cameron is the only one really that will remember him, and thankfully she has that memory.
I think Caden will definitely remember Dad, like Papa or Paul. He calls him Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Because they spent so much time together.
Yeah.
And I think there's at least one core memory that will stick with him.
And Cheryl being, like the perfect match for him, I'm sure she was a pretty cool stepmother along the way.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everybody was pretty cool. I mean, I think me and Wyatt, I bought Caden samurai sword, like classic samurai swords for Christmas, and he was play fighting. But when me and Wyatt was little, we had those like giant plastic candy canes that you stick out in the yard, and we was like play fighting. But it turned into like a real brother fight.
Yeah, it was war with the candy cane.
Yeah. But yeah, we got that. I mean, that's my family.
Yeah. I love the Christmas pictures of there'll be White will have my golf set. He'll be trying to teach Caden how to do the golf swing,
Mm-hmm.
and they love stuff like that. So you're like the cool uncle, I'm guessing, right?
No, I'm not the cool uncle. I mean, I like to say I'm the fun uncle.
The fun uncle. Yeah.
Yeah. So I try not to do any discipline or anything like that.
Yeah. You get to have fun with them and then give them back when they get to be problems.
Yeah. Or just leave when they start getting crying or anything.
Right.
All right. Well, I'll see y'all next time.
Tata's going. So
yeah.
Well, that's awesome, and I know that this has been the most difficult Christmas that you guys have ever spent, but it still looked like that you all were able to be together and enjoy each other, and I think that's a testament to who you all are and what he would want you to be. I think he would just want you to carry on as you have been, because I think all of you made him proud in so many ways.
Mm-hmm. I mean, my thing, right now, Cheryl is very strong and an independent soul. She don't need any help or anything.
Right.
But Dad asked me, you take care of my family. It's you take care of these people as much as you can, especially Cheryl. So I mean, I do the trash thing called off or sneak some wood. I try to do that kind of thing. One less thing she's got to worry about.
Right.
But she's a very strong woman. And then these like I said, the grandbabies are enough.
Yeah.
She's still. I mean, I know she's hurting, but she's powering through.
But they keep her going, and that's so important.
Absolutely.
So important. And how is Peggy holding up?
She's all right. She's I mean, it's hit her hard. I mean, it's hit everybody very hard, but you're not supposed to bury your kid.
Exactly.
And then I was standing next to her at the receiving line at the funeral, and I heard her saying that a few times, and you could just hear like she's hurting. But I mean, let's see, we had Christmas last weekend, and then this past Saturday, she actually ordered a bunch of crab legs a while back, but we was waiting for Dad to get better because Dad loves crab legs. And then everything went the other direction. So we decided, let's just go ahead and have those. Like, my cousins came in town because they didn't want to be here for Christmas. But Granny said the blessing, and she was like, we're going to eat these crab legs, and we're going to eat enough for Greg. Like, she's still, like,
you bet.
You know, yeah. She's, like I said, Granny Peggy is Granny Peggy, and she's a strong little lady too. She might be what, 4 or 5, 80 pounds soaking wet, but
yeah.
But she's got enough going on in her little life that keep her busy, unless she's fighting a cold. But I mean, she goes to the moose and the eagles, and she went to the beach and all this. So she'll need some time to, but she's gonna be all right.
Because it's the worst of all for somebody to bury their child, and as much as Peggy has done also for the community, just the same as Greg did, and your granddad Vance. I went to the Shriners Hospital every 6 months, and from the time I was 2 to the time I was 18. So I know the importance of being a Shriner. I know what they do for people. I know what they've done for me in my life. So I know the fact that what they have done. I can bear witness to the great things that the Shriners do, and that I think is incredible. And the fact that he was on the volunteer fire department from the time he was 17 years old. I mean, for such a short life, how much of a legacy can you leave? And you can say, I mean, I think everybody can say that he got every bit of life out of his years that you could possibly get.
Yeah. He was really proud of being, a fireman. He's seen some stuff. He got blown up one time at Wick Raceway trying to put a fire out. I remember that as a kid. But he was very proud to be known as, or had an experience with the fire department. So, and the Shriners and Masons. So he's definitely been busy throughout his years.
Yeah. And I want to add just one more thing too. The fact that Greg had pancreatic cancer. I lost my uncle to pancreatic cancer 5 months after he was diagnosed. You don't when you have that kind of a diagnosis, your life expectancy typically is not long. And Greg's determination, he hung in there for 14 months, and I think that is a testament to his strength also.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was not going to give up without a fight. And very, very quickly, what is the most important lesson that you think you learned from him?
I think just like I respect others. At a very young age, I was, yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am, thank you. May I have some more kind of thing. Don't get the cassette free handouts. You work for what you get and be thankful for what you have.
Yeah.
That's part of, and family. Family is definitely a big part of the hash side. But that was the main thing. Just definitely being there, going above and beyond for anybody, but your family is number one.
Yeah, and that definitely showed. And when we were and when I was ever around you, I felt like I was part of it, and I was very happy to be a part of it. So thank you, sir, for being such a special friend to me, and may that continue through many, many years. So.
Yes, sir. Thank you for, everything you've done, Zach. Seriously, you're a fantastic human being and definitely loved by many on our side. So we're thankful for you.
Thank you. I'm very thankful for you too. I love you guys, and let's see more of each other this year. Let's get together, play some cards. Let's go have a steak at the Moose, something.
All right. That all sounds good to me.
So you stay in touch, and we'll be talking to you. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, Zach. Thanks for everything. We appreciate it a bunch.
All right. See you, bub.
All right. See you now. Bye.